good? So I'm gonna play a clip right here. So you got the whole Angel Reese thing that happened a couple days ago, and RG3, Robert Griffin Jr., I guess formerly ESPN, him and Ryan Clark got into it. Of course, on social media, nobody made a phone call. They'll probably do an interview and they'll do a peace treaty. But it was a good conversation. And look, I should do a whole playlist on Simps R Us because I got a couple videos on here calling out. It's Simps in the black community that pander to black women at large. And there was a girl who went viral, matter of fact, last week for calling out Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry's new movie with Taraji P. Henson is coming out. And the trailer ran out and it just looked like the typical broken down, po-black, ugly, Miss Seeley black woman story that Tyler Perry always tells. And the girl was like, oh my God, I'm so sick and tired of the victimization of being a black woman. Why do y'all make it seem like it's the worst thing? And it's the same story. The black woman is going through hell, and the man in her life is the biggest victim, the biggest heel, the biggest bad person. The antagonist is the man. The villain is the man. And she's got to overcome him. And it's the same shit. And it's like, yeah, finally you see it and call it out for what it is. So this is my issue with Angel Reese, and I didn't even agree with what RG3 said, because RG3 said that he thinks Angel Reese personally hates Caitlin Clark. I disagree. I think she just saw an opportunity to play victim. You see the score of the game when the foul happened. I believe they were down 12, 14 points, something like that. It was getting out of hand. She wasn't playing well. Clark was having a great game. She knew she could change the narrative of the game if she took advantage of that moment. Because instead of talking about Caitlin Clark's triple-double and the ass whooping that game was, the embarrassment that it was to Chicago Sky, we're talking about this foul instead 2-3 days later. So that's to me, Angel Reese is very smart. She knows how to brand herself, and she's a pro-victim. I don't think RG3 was correct when he said that. Now, I'll say this, and I'm going to play this Ryan Clark response where he's talking about RG3, and very feminine of Ryan Clark to bring up RG3's preference and who he dates, and he's got a white woman. And I'm going to be completely honest, because RG3 is a cornball, right? Remember Rob Parker got fired from ESPN in 2012 for calling him a cornball brother when he got drafted? So let's be completely honest. Growing up black here in America, cornball niggas like this have never gotten any pussy in the black community. Like, black women, for by and large, not trying to think for everybody, you got to have a little bit of juice. You got to have a little swagger, a personality, a little cool factor for black women. Black women don't deal with cornball niggas like this, by and large. I know, because growing up, I used to see cornball niggas like that. They couldn't get no girls, man. They had to go, find something else on the other side because they couldn't get no action. So it shouldn't even shock anybody, because for all we know, it might not even be his personal preference. Maybe it was an option and he had to stick with it. I don't know any sisters running around with brothers like RG3. And that speaks volumes, because he's very successful. He had a good career. Well, I guess, played in the NFL, whatever. But no, cornball niggas like that don't get no play from black women. So stop it. But this is Ryan Clark, simping as always. Ryan Clark is pandering to black women so much nowadays, he's starting to sound like one, for God's sakes.
What Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Caitlin Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate, because I think he also understands the hate of self. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling. RG3 called what black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. What Black women deal with, they always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over Black women by denigrating Black women.
Man, debate the game. That's fine. Debate the game, but don't play with people's families. Don't bring my wife and my kids and my family and my home into something because you're trying to prove a point. Because if you need to cross that line and attack the person, then you've already lost. You've already lost whatever it is that you think that you're trying to win. Ryan Clark said, "I don't understand the struggles of Black women because my wife is white." That is so wrong, way out of bounds. He suggested that I don't value my own wife, the one that I'm building a family with, the one that I protect, the one that I love and cherish, but that I only value her.
And played safety in the NFL for what, 12 years? And you sitting up here chastising this man based off who he with. I'm like, you sound like the most insecure Black woman off the curb I've ever seen. And this is how they constantly guilt us. And I'll play another video attached to this situation, but this is how they constantly guilt us. They bring up our mothers, our daughters, our grandmothers to try to guilt trip us into going with this shit. And it's like, bro, why? Like, it's so obvious. Like, you constantly are simping for what? Like, Angel Reese don't need you to protect her, bro. She's not being attacked. Like, Angel Reese is very highly successful. There's girls that can play better than her. Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark's teammate, is better than her. She don't got the endorsements Angel Reese got. She don't got cereal and McDonald's commercials and shit. Like, this whole, we should feel sorry for her. Why? The girl was bragging about how expensive her rent was a few months ago. I'm not feeling sorry for her. Like, they constantly paint that narrative of you should get in line and you shouldn't. I'm like, no. Like, when men watch sports, man, we watch sports because we want to see hoopers. We want to see hoopers hoop at a high level. We don't care about what somebody looks like. And I guess that because most of these women that cap for Angel Reese don't watch sports anyway, let alone the WNBA. So they're looking at it like it's completely, this is bigger than just basketball to them. This is social everything. This is social injustice, goddammit. What is happening to Angel Reese? Poor Angel Reese. Listen to this chick right here.
Look, read the room, please. Please read the room. When it comes to this situation with the WNBA, like, if you got something to say about her, I get it. But right now ain't the time to talk about how much you love her and how much she has gained. This ain't the time, because there is a larger issue at hand. Your sister is being attacked. Your daughter is being attacked. Your cousin is being attacked. Like this ain't the time not to read the room. Read the room. There's a larger issue at play. That girl Angel Reese has been attacked for almost 3 years now. And the optics of you, LeBron James, or you, RG3, saying, LeBron saying, she great game, da-da-da-da. This ain't the time for that. Watch the game and keep it moving. RG3, this ain't the time for you talking about Angel hating her. This ain't the time. Even though I don't believe it to be true. And even if it is, this ain't the time for that. Y'all need to be careful about what y'all post, what y'all say, because there's a larger issue at hand. You need to read the room. If you putting out stuff about her and you not sticking up for your sister, your niece, your cousin, your daughter, You missing the mark.
It's bigger than basketball. Girl, sit down, man. Now, mind you, they got this investigation. They mic'd up the whole crowd, 17,000. Allegedly, people was making monkey noises at Angel Reese. Nobody's heard anything yet. Like, come on, man. If you're going to start watching sports, women who want to support Angel Reese, you can't watch it with this emotional lens on. Like, stop it, bro. The girl can hoop. Don't get mad because LeBron James co-signed Caitlin Clark. Game recognized game. It ain't nothing personal. He ain't said nothing about black women or nothing. Like, come on. Why are you being so selectively sensitive and it's offensive for no reason? RG3, they don't like him. They didn't care for him either way before that. But, and she swear they standing on something. This is bigger than basketball. Y'all say her name. Caitlin Clark is the Antichrist. God damn it. Don't say her name. I'm like, y'all don't know how insecure y'all sound and look right now. Like, just move on. Like I say, Angel Reese benefits off of Caitlin Clark and being attached to her. You think it's a coincidence that the WNBA put them in the same division? No, they're going to play 4 times a year, and those are going to be 4 major games with ratings. Just like Cooper Flag going to Dallas. Yeah, it's fixed. Whatever. It's business. But, y'all got to stop, man. The pettiness, the sympathy, the victimization of black women, it's getting real old. And there's a lot of black women out here who are going through real shit. But we gonna feel sorry for Angel Reese, though. Miss me with that shit. And Ryan Clark, and like I say, just like Michael Eric Dyson and a bunch of these other cats, Umar Johnson. Umar will rip any black man to shreds that look at a white woman. He won't say nothing about the black women that date white guys. He wouldn't even call out Sexy Red when she disrespected Martin Luther King. But like I say, most of Umar's supporters are black women. Most of these simps that out here that pander, they have a huge black female support group. It's the same reason why Denzel never kissed a white woman or had sex with a white woman in a movie. He knew his audience was mainly black women. He didn't want to piss them off, So like I said, you're pandering, but it's like, bro, pull your skirt down, man. Because at this point, Ryan Clark's starting to sound like, Sister Soldier or some shit. Like, come on, dude. It has gotten out of hand. But let me know what y'all think. It just sounds forced to me. It's no different than when they had Vic Mensa out here during the election telling us our job is to protect black women, period. Rather they respect you or not, like you or not, degrade you or not, just in general. Yeah, I'm like, yo, what come on. And just bow down. And I'm like, we the only group of men out here that is supposed to be told to bow down and play second to our women. Don't you think that's crazy? I thought we was supposed to lead them. Never mind. Let me know what y'all think.